Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Ross's Rants, where I talk about everything, anything, and whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Um, this week's episode is very special to me today because I decided to take a little short hiatus, and not that I didn't want to share with you guys a podcast or give anything to the two listeners that I have. It's just that I did I did 2 episodes for the past 2 Fridays, and they sounded like shit. And I'm not going to give somebody a shitty ass quality. Yes, I do understand that some of the technical difficulties that I cannot control. I also understand that, there's some shit that I just, there's some shit that I just felt it was necessary to share with everybody, and I just wanted to let people know that I did not want to give you guys a podcast. I know I'm rambling kind of a little bit on this one right here, but I did I did an interview with a small business owner, and the last one I did, just me and my friend was just sitting down and talking. He was drinking a few beers, and I felt it was necessary to be sober on that one. But I just didn't feel those 2 episodes were good quality to be pushed out for people's listening, especially when net neutrality, that whole situation is going on. I might have to end up paying like $20 for fucking, some big business company which, on the other hand, it's just one of those, things that's kind of stupid. Because I'm going to end up probably paying to some big business for some fucking stupid app or some internet use because they wanted to get rid of it. So they can go fuck themselves. I'll find another way to broadcast my show if it does happen. I just wanted to rant about a couple things this week. I felt I had to get my podcast out there for everybody and let everybody listen to what I have to say. So this week I wanted to talk about, sorry, I was trying to read my notes. So this week I actually wanted to talk about bullying and what is trending in today's society. So recently there was a kid named Keaton Jones. He posted a video talking about how it's not fair that he was getting bullied and picked on and everything else under the sun. When I was a kid, I was bullied. I think everybody was bullied at some point in time in their life. Nothing really happened. I ended up moving around a lot, so I didn't really get the chance to stand my ground. But what I always felt was necessary is that during that situation, outside of me moving around all the time, like now I just don't really give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. During that time, when you're a kid, it's precious because your whole thought process is to try to be accepted. You want to be accepted into today's society. And I understand that because when I was a kid, I wanted to be accepted. I came from a poor family. I spent time in foster care. I was one of those kids that just didn't fit in all the time. So I guess that's the reason why I ended up joining the Marine Corps, because I never fucking fit into society and the norms. I will never fit into the norms because some of the shit that people do today is fucking absolutely fucking stupid. I say it's retarded, honestly. Sorry, no offense to the mentally challenged people, but the shit that people do is kind of questionable if they have some mental fucking if they are mental enough to understand what the fuck they're doing. Clearly they don't. So I never quite understood why people wanted to sit around and discuss, pick on kids or pick on people or pick on kids and all this other shit that has to do under the sun of being about bullying. It's kind of one of those, like, it's fucking stupid, dude. Like, you're picking on a kid that's less than you because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, the kid got picked on, okay. So the kid got picked on. I don't know what happened. There's 2 sides to the story. He felt he was picked on. There's this other fucking side that came out that's stating that he was actually the one that was picking on somebody and it went the other way. So if that's the case, then, obviously the little shit's going to run to his parents and say that he was being mistreated and his life is, like, ruined, yada, yada, yada. If that's the fucking case, I don't really know. I just know that if the kid's getting fucking picked on, he probably should have. Like, it's kind of fucking, it's bullshit, okay? Um, it's one of those kind of like fucking things that it aggravates me. Um, you're picking on a fucking kid because obviously he's not better than you, I guess, or something, or you have some fucking personal issues, or, you're getting fucking mistreated at home, obviously, because you have to take your anger out on something. It's the whole don't kick the cat syndrome. So the thing that got me pretty interested into his whole story about how he was bullied and everything is that it actually touched the whole nation and stuff. And everybody was just like, hey, come to our fights, yada, 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 do this, do that, do everything under the sun. And, I was like, cool, man, he's fun. And the kid's getting recognized. And I was more in the lines of just getting a bunch of fucking veterans going to the school. And he pointed out those kids who the fuck did it and we yoked their ass up. That's my opinion. But I can't do that because I'm not his parents. And it's just, you can't do shit like that in society anymore. But they should probably be yoked up if it did come to the lines that he was getting mistreated and getting bullied. The only thing that I have to say is fuck him. So let's go into the situation a little bit. Sorry, my mind is rattling. I've been trying to deal with a lot of shit that's going on right now. So I recently looked into this fighter's page. I don't know his fucking name, but I guess he's some fighter for Bellator or something like that in that nature. And I guess he posted something because it's been shared around the internet and all this other stuff that Keaton Jones' mom is either a racist or she wanted money. Which more than likely she wanted money, because why else would you exploit your child like that unless you were trying to get someone awareness? And most people that was trying to get awareness on the situation about their kids being bullied or something of that nature goes to the school and talks to the teacher. Now, this is the first video that she's posted. I don't know anything about her. I don't care about her. I don't care about the whole overall situation that's going on because everybody's losing their fucking mind on it. So let's be 100% honest. So she apparently wrote this fighter stating that she wanted money. He was going to offer the kid to come to his fight and all this other shit. She wanted money. She raised about $60,000 on fucking GoFundMe, which anytime somebody throws up a GoFundMe, unless it's like no shit fucking legitimate like causes like the Las Vegas shooting, they have their own GoFundMe for that. And I don't know where the money is going to go 100% behind what the intention is. So anytime somebody starts up this whole GoFundMe shit, I question it right off the bat. So she started this GoFundMe page. She wrote this fighter stating that she wanted money and all this other stuff. And then she made some comment. I don't know if it's 100% true. I don't know. I mean, it could. I don't know. I'm not going to assume. I'm not going to say anything about the situation other than she wrote to the fighter stating that, us whites have to stick together. So I don't know. I don't know. She probably is racist. More than likely she probably is. Everybody's just like, because she flies a Confederate flag. I was just like, the Confederate flag has been flown around in a lot of places. I don't fucking know. Yeah, they probably have racist tendencies. But also, there's a lot of people that are racist and don't understand that they are racist by the way that they were taught. That's a different podcast and a different time to talk about racism. So she wrote this fight and all this other stuff. Obviously, he exploited her. She said, please delete this shit. And that's when I was just like, I don't know if that's her. I don't know, because I don't know her IG page. I don't know. He never posted that. He just posted the message that she sent. Or I think it was on Facebook or one of those two. So she went on this whole little tantric about, like, she went on Good Morning America. People were like, she's racist. Then I seen this other article that came out. His dad is a fucking neo-Nazi in prison or some shit. And I was just like, well, yeah, if he's in prison and he's a neo-Nazi, then yeah, go figure that, because it's either you join a gang or don't. It's kind of one of those mentalities. So yeah, he's probably a white supremacist at that point. But like I said before, she exploited her kid. So she's using her kid for personal gain. she said something in the lines of talking about she. Okay, sorry for the pause. I've been kind of reading and dealing with shit. So she exploited her kid's weakness for fucking personal gain. She had rappers, she had fighters, she had even veteran companies that I fucking looked up to. She had them pretty much give her money for her personal fucking gain to buy Christmas presents or whatever and all this other shit. So the only fucking thing I'm going to say about this, because she says it's hard for a single mom to do this and this and this. And it's just like, okay, so you can put two and two together and just be like, obviously she's a fucking wretched ass fucking hoe, because she's exploiting her kid's personal fucking gain, because her kid's going through some fucking shit, dude. Like, her kid got bullied at school. If we're going to go with the whole, like, the white knight tale and all this other shit on that, is that her kid got fucking bullied at school. And she was just like, oh, I'm going to start this GoFundMe page, and I'm going to have people donate and all this other fucking shit. I'm going to exploit this. People felt sorry. Got over 1 million views. She even posted it on her fucking daughter's fucking Instagram page. Everybody started noticing it. It's a whole bunch of GoFundMes. It's this, and this. She made 60,000K. She played y'all. She motherfucking played y'all like a fucking, like, she played you like a fucking fiddle. First of all, let's be 100% honest. I would personally go talk to that fucking kid, tell him it's alright, life is great, you don't have to worry about your fucking self. I would talk to any fucking kid that's been bullied. I will talk to them and tell them that, like, life is alright, sometimes shit happens, but you'll get through it. It's only it's a page in your book. That's all it is. It's a page in your book. It's going to make you stronger. It's going to build you out to be a better person. Yada, yada, yada. Probably go do some seminar, talk to people, tell them that they shouldn't bully. Maybe do one of those natures, but I would never give you money. I would never give you money. Everyone that gave her money got fucking played. Like a motherfucking fiddle. That's shame on you. Shame on you for fucking doing that. But whatever. Hey, this shit happens. There's people that I knew from the Marine Corps that started GoFundMes, and their whole fucking cause is probably for them to buy drugs or doing something stupid. I don't really care what you do with your own money, but I'm not going to give you money for, like, if you want something. This is the problem with GoFundMe, because it's just pretty much made everything easy for people. If you want something in life, you fucking earn it. You work for it. You put your time and effort into it. Like, if I want something, like, I should probably start a GoFundMe for buying a scar. Like, if anybody knows anything about guns, a scar is pretty fucking expensive. But I should probably start a GoFundMe and write some sad story on it and tell them that my scar got burnt down in the fire or some shit. And somebody will probably donate money. I wouldn't really care. So I just don't understand how everybody was just like, I've even felt sorry for the kid. So I felt sorry for the kid. And I felt sorry for the whole situation. And I got played too with my emotions, but I didn't donate any money. So anyways, past this fucking point of this character that played everybody, and my mind's wandering on to other fucking things. So there's another trending thing that happened with cyberbullying. That's another, I guess, cyberbullying something like. I'm gonna just be simple and plain about the cyberbullying thing. If somebody's fucking cyberbullying you, please just turn off your goddamn internet, block the motherfucker, and go on from that. There's no need to go into killing yourself. There's no need for it. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the porn star August Ames, or whatever her last name is, or however you pronounce it, because I'm probably fucking terrible again, fucking up somebody's name. So she didn't want to shoot a video with a guy that did gay porn and straight porn, because she just didn't feel like it was necessary to do. It's her body. She can do what she wants. And so the dude decides to try to bash her and, goes on this whole little rant and rampages and felt it was fucking degrading and that she's homophobic and everything else under the sun. And it's just like, no, dude, she just didn't want, like, we know that the odds of getting AIDS is higher in the gay community. Now, I'm pretty sure I probably offended like half of the fucking people that probably don't listen to the show, but the odds are higher in the gay community. or especially gay men, that she just didn't want to do it. So it's her body. She can do what she wants, like most people, like in this society. But since you had to egg it on and you had to go on this whole little rant and like do all this dumb shit, and then it's just like, you know, her fans. There's people that would go on her page, and like I watched this video, and it was actually probably one of the most saddest things I've seen all year. And it was just a constant, like she was getting belittled constantly by somebody. It's like either talking about her lips, talking about her breasts, talking about like, you know, pretty much anything about her and just degrading her. And like, I guess she was dealing with depression, and like, you know, dude starts going on this rampage, calling her homophobic and all this other stuff. Like okay, so this is going to tie into this whole sexual assault thing. Like that's pretty much you're saying that like she doesn't want to have sex with you, that she is a homophobic, so you're forcing her to have sex with you. As far as I know, that she gets paid to have sex. So if she chooses not to sleep with you, she's not getting paid. You're going to get paid. So leave it fucking be. And then another thing too that just was like fucking absolutely stupid was the comments that he made after she fucking killed herself. So she goes online, says fuck y'all, and then kills herself after that, and they found her dead. She obviously was dealing with some shit, and she took cyberbullying to another whole fucking level of, like, you know, the worst part is about suicide, because this is the same thing that goes on in the veteran community. It's going to happen. Like, it's like a fucking train wreck. You never know when it's going to happen. It's just going to fucking happen. And, you know, it was one of those, like, damn. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, she was a beautiful woman, but I never really watched, like, I've watched a couple of her videos before back in, like, whatever time. I don't really care. It's porn to me, like, so it is what it is. I'm not going to try to justify it and be some white knight. Yeah, I've watched porn before, and I think anybody that has a fucking smartphone has probably watched porn. So she killed herself. The dude was just like, I hope you swallow a cyanide pill and all this other shit. And I was just like, dude, that's kind of fucked up, man. Like, the girl just literally just killed herself, and you're like saying that you hope she swallows a cyanide pill. And I guess it pissed off a whole other male artist. I guess if they want to be called artists, I don't know. It's dude's getting paid to fuck. That's about it. So she killed herself over cyberbullying, and this dude fucking calling her homophobe and like belittling her as a person. And my whole thing is just that, like, if a woman doesn't want to fucking do it, she's not going to have to do it. Like, that. This is the problem, that like you felt embarrassed because you were fucking dudes. Like, she called you out on it because she didn't want to have sex with you. That's kind of fucking like stupid. Like, whatever, dude. You fuck dudes. That's your fucking prerogative. But you shouldn't fucking try to degrade her because she'd rather have sex with straight men. Like, that's her choice. Like, I mean, we all have choices, I guess, in this world, but I guess it's one of those social justice bullshit. The social justice warrior goes on these fucking rampages about something that's unjust. I'm pretty sure my podcast has probably offended you to the point of like no other. Just listening to the overall whole situation about the social justice fucking, like, let's go into the social justice little fucking pussy. That's what he is. Because I can't call you anything else because it's offensive. So I'm going to call you a pussy. So you get offended by something. Instead of walking away or turning away or standing up and holding your ground, you go to some kind of authority or some kind of fucking, like, you go on social media and you cry your little fucking eyes out about something that absolutely fucking bothered you to the point. And guess what? You're going to wake up the next fucking day and be 100% fucking healthy and be perfectly fine. The social justice fucking warrior that we have in today's society is absolutely embarrassing to anything that stands as a fucking human. When they complain about how Trump's the president, congratulations. I hope everybody fucking understands it and lives with it. Trump's the president. I didn't vote for the motherfucker, and I don't really care about the motherfucker. Like, but he is our president, so hate to tell it to you, you can go cry somewhere else because nobody's fucking caring, because I have to work. I have to go to work. I have to live my life. I don't give a fuck about your little fucking personal problems. Same thing with your whole fucking Antifa bullshit. Your Civil War was fucking pushovers. That's all you fucking were. Anytime you talk about how you're going to do a rally or you're going to do some kind of violent attack on the American people, I'm just going to laugh at you in your fucking face and anyone else in their fucking face because your shit's bullshit. The same thing with the fucking social justice warrior. You complain about now there's certain things you can and cannot say because it's offensive. Everything's offensive. Like how the hell do you have a conversation with somebody if something is offensive? Like, yes, I would like to have a conversation with a fucking crazy alt-left fucking liberal that's offended to everything, but I can't. Because if I say fuck, it's probably offensive. If I told them that maybe you should cut your hair, maybe you should do this, maybe you should get a job, I just offended them completely. So the whole social justice fucking warrior went on this whole rampage about fucking her and got mad because she didn't like him and now she's a homophobic. This is the reason why like most of these words don't fucking mean anything because there's actually homophobic people out there that don't really care about homosexuals at all. And you're using this term every day. It's like using the word fuck or using like, you know what I mean? Like you're just using the word every fucking day to describe somebody. So do you know them? No. It's kind of one of those. It's like you should probably not use these words unless you actually have hard evidence. Like would you call somebody a pedophile if they had no fucking if you had no evidence of them being a pedophile? Like, would you just walk up to a random person and be like, you're a fucking perv, you're a pedophile, you're a pedo, you touch little boys and all this other shit. You don't know the fucking person? Would you do that? No. That's kind of like what they're doing with the whole fucking term homophobic, racist, and xenophobic, which is, xenophobic is just a funny fucking word to me. Because it sounds like, to me, for some reason, I think about the xylophone or the xylophone that when we used to play when we were a kid and shit. Like, that's what I think about it. Like, xenophobic. It's kind of, I mean, you're throwing these terms out and you're trying to sound educated, but you're really fucking dumb. You're about as worse as the fucking people that are committing these. So, he goes on that rampage. He gets all fucking pissy with her. And, you know, she, obviously, we know the tell of the story, she ends up killing herself. Now, here's another fucking incident with these two people that I've seen on this video. I follow this group. It's like Face to Face or some shit on YouTube that are not bad, but sometimes he gets their views are very democratic, which is cool. You know, I would love to have a conversation with them if they are listening to this podcast. I would love to have actually a debate, conversation, anything you want to. I will be willing to do a podcast with you guys just for the simple fact I would love to crush some of your arguments that are completely stupid. So he was talking about this Keaton Jones thing, and he brought it up, and he was just like, well, it's not very fair that, you know, society only goes towards white race and all this other shit. Whatever, man. That's your opinion. You can live it. I'm going to just call you a racist on that, because if I said that about black people, then I would be a racist. So he goes on his whole rampage about talking about Keaton Jones and how, you know, he was, the societies fell for him. Even LeBron James commented about him. But LeBron James, you have to understand that, like, with LeBron James in today's society, LeBron James is actually a key role model to a lot of kids. And he is a huge mentor in the community across the board. Yeah, he voted for Hillary, which fuck him on that one. So across the board, he's a pretty decent person, man. Love LeBron James. I think he doesn't get enough credit from a lot of people because they're still sucking on Michael Jordan's teat. But anyways, so he goes on his whole rampage about this, and he talks about how, like, society is, like, falling in line for white people. We need to stand our own ground, and white people this, white people that. And, like, it's pretty much coming off as racist. And I get it. Like, dude, like, whatever, man. Like, you're oppressed from something. He films it from his house, and he was in the kitchen. It looks like a pretty nice fucking house, so he's oppressed. So, anyways, he brought up Ashanti Davis. So, I'm going to put this across the board. This is another kid that got bullied and committed suicide. She was 10 years old, and I guess she hung herself or something in that nature, based out of Denver, Colorado. I have to say this for one thing. I get, like, kids don't, like, teachers don't see it all. Parents don't, like, if you're a parent and you're listening to this podcast, make sure that you talk to your kids. Find out what's going on. I really hate the fact that, like, you get to either see school shootings because kids got bullied or they commit suicide. So those are your two fucking options. You got school shootings or suicide. So most of the life, and then you get the parents on there. It's like, oh, I never knew what was going on. They never talked. No, you should know what the fuck is going on. Like, if I piss my wife off, I know what I did because I know her facial expressions. I've been with her for 8 years. Could you imagine having a kid that's 10 years old? Like, you know that kid for 10 years. Like, it's not like they just randomly just like, oh, surprise, I'm at your house. That just doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm sorry about the situation, but if you say you don't know your fucking kid, or, oh, I never see this coming, well, okay, suicide, yes, it is kind of what I was like, I never seen it coming, but you definitely seen that she was getting bullied. So, if you've seen that she was getting bullied, and, like, I never thought that a 10-year-old thought about killing themselves. Like, that's new to me. Like, that's fucking new. Like, I've seen veterans kill themselves. I've seen older people kill themselves. I've, like, not physically seen them, but I've seen situations of that shit. And this 10-year-old was just like, fuck it, I'm going to take my life. I'm done with this. Life is over. Like, that's fucking new. Like, I didn't even think a child's fucking thought process was on that same level. But whatever, it happens. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those fucked up situations that just, man, that really fucking sucks. But so she committed suicide. Her parents didn't fucking really know, and everybody was just like, it kind of got swept under the rug. It was a kid that committed suicide. She was bullied. So this, I get that whole point. Is that this kid got bullied. He posted a video. There was also another kid. I can't think of his name, but he got bullied for about 3 years straight, and he posted a live video, and he killed himself on that live video. So bullying is kind of something that is happening, and I'm going to push it out there, and it doesn't matter what color of skin you are or where you're from. Bullying happens, and people need to fucking, like, if your kids are the ones that are bullying, they should get their ass beat. But if your kids are not the ones that are bullying and they see somebody get bullied, why are you not teaching them to stand up and voice their opinion? Are they scared to get bullied? Yeah, they're going to probably get bullied, but there's more of you than a bully. I don't understand it. Like, the whole concept, like, teaching kids, teachers need to also help out too. And I think kids are fucked up, to be 100% honest. And I don't see why that kids can't actually, like, if you teach your kids well, that they can stand their ground and help out with seeing something that's messed up. Like, you've seen a kid get bullied. Obviously, now we know that a 10-year-old can kill themselves. That you should probably actually step in and be an adult and teach your kids the responsibility of being, I guess that term, sheepdog. Teaching them to be one of them, to stand up for somebody. Like, whenever me and my wife decides to have kids, that's going to be the mindset I teach my kids. Is that not, I hate the term sheepdog, but teach them to be a better person. You know what I mean? Like, not to be one-sided on everything. Just be like, hey, like, that's messed up. Be a good, genuine person. Like, that's the problem with, like, most of the people, is that nobody is teaching other people to help out. Because obviously, like, if you're picking on a fucking 10-year-old, and I get, like, 10-year-olds or 10-year-olds, but if you're bullying a 10-year-old, if your 10-year-old is getting picked on or made fun of, yeah, it's kind of fucked up. So that's the whole point that I feel about the whole situation. It's kind of just overall fucked up, man. Like, she killed herself because she was getting made fun of. So she, it's just a fucked up situation. Overall, like, the whole bullying situation is just fucked up. Also, I do do want to talk about some trending things that's kind of funny. Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. You can go fuck yourself, anybody that hates it, because it's been the capital for the longest time. And I'm pretty sure probably in my lifetime I'm going to see another Crusades. More than likely, it's going to piss off a lot of people in the Middle East. And outside of that, you have that Roy Moore, Roy Moore lost, and Democrats are fucking jumping to conclusions that they won. They finally won one election in this past year because they're fucking trash. Anybody that votes for Democrats, you just really need to evaluate yourselves. The same thing goes for anybody that votes for Republican. You probably should reevaluate yourself because the new tax plan is actually pretty fucking horrendous. But voting for those two parties is completely fucking stupid. They don't care about you, and you can say that it's just, they don't care about you. They don't. They're not there for look at independent people. Like anybody that votes independent, just look at them and see what their views are and research and go after that. I personally do not feel that these be out. Okay, the only Republican that I really can say that I could vote for and actually like is Rubio, Marco Rubio. And he's one person in the Republican Party. It's getting bashed because he stood up against the tax plan. Obviously, it's the same kind of mindset in today's society. If you stand down, you're going to get bashed. Unless you're a social justice warrior, you can stand out on your own because everything's offensive. I'll make sure that I give you a bubble suit so that you don't fall because the cracks in the sidewalks are offensive also. It's one of those kind of like things where it's just like, okay, so here's another trend too. Just seen it popped up. Trump administration bans select words at the health agency at the CDC. It's slowly kind to turn into this fetus, transgender reportedly on the list of banned at the COC. Fetus. I guess that's a scientific word that you can't say. It's probably too big. Can't spell it either, probably. So, yeah, those two political parties, and as a prime example, both spectrums are just absolutely horrendous. You can't say the word fetus now, or transgender. So pretty much just make sure that you look at who's running for the election. I think Doug Jones won. I don't think he's probably a good candidate either. He's probably going to do something stupid. It's Alabama. I don't think half of the people can read there. I don't know. Now I'm really just going to go out on a limb and say they probably don't. It's either Alabama or Auburn, one of those two universities. It's football and shoot their guns and probably Jack Daniels. I literally pictured Alabama as a giant fat redneck that's fucking his cousin. That's what I picture Alabama. Other than that, there's a few trending things. The CDC thing is kind of news and shocking at the same time. Can't say a few words, I guess. I don't understand that. Like, that doesn't make, like, why are you banning words? Like, you can't really do that. It's freedom of speech until it starts slandering. I guess if you call somebody a fetus, probably, like, use it as that term. But I think I'm going to start calling somebody a fetus now. Every time I get mad at them, I'm like, you fucking fetus. Or, I can't really call somebody a transgender because that's probably somebody's actual, what they're doing in life. So yeah, that's the only trending things that I can actually think of without going through my phone and looking through a whole bunch of other stuff about celebrities. Kim Kardashian probably is going to have another child. Don't know if that's true, but she probably will. I don't know. I guess Iggy Azalea, because I see it on Snapchat, she shows off her curves. Everybody's losing their mind. She's hit. Like, that bitch is hit. Like, she's straight hit in the face. Like, somebody took a fucking ugly stick and beat the fuck out of her. Like, mob style beating. Her music's trash. I don't know. That's pretty much what I have to say about that whole situation. I want to wish everybody a happy holidays and hope everybody have a wonderful new year. If you guys, I will probably not post a podcast next week. I'll let you guys know. I'm going to go on another hiatus for a little bit, but I'll be back. and I'll be back stronger than ever. Also, want to discuss like normal anything like normal every week on this podcast. I want to state that 22 a day still happens. I just had an entire podcast about people killing themselves over being bullied. Well, it's not only fucking bullying that's kind of bothering people. Veterans or mentally bullying themselves. They're destroying their minds, and they're killing themselves for something that's absolutely can be stopped. I've stated before in the past, and I'll keep stating it, and I will drill it into somebody's fucking head if I have to. Make sure that if you know somebody that you haven't talked to in a long, long time, or somebody that you just talked to on a message, that you pick up the phone and actually give them a call. Talk to them. Physically have a voice-to-voice conversation about something that I don't give a fuck what you guys want to have about. If you live in the same town as the guy that you know, if you know somebody that you know, and they're veterans or whatever, go out and have a beer. Hang out with them, talk to them, discuss them, go over to their house, do whatever you can. That if they're going through some rough times, if you are going through some rough times, make sure that you message the person that is, message any one of your friends. I guarantee you that enough veterans around this beautiful, great fucking country will listen. I don't care if they don't like you, if I don't like certain fucking people that's in the veteran community, I will still answer their phone call if they talk about how they're going to kill themselves. I don't care what anybody thinks in that situation. We may have some different views and different point opinions and everything else under the fucking sun, but for the love of God, let's lower these numbers. Let's work together. Let's build this whole, there's no reason for 22-day veterans happening all the time. There's no reason for it. Let's go down to 0 a day. 0 veterans die a day. Let's go down to that. Let's lower the numbers. Let's talk to anybody, everybody. Reach out to the community. Reach out to VFWs. Reach out to the American Legions. Reach out to the VAs everywhere across America. Just reach out. Be a cause. You don't need to have somebody to show. You don't need a camera in your fucking face to show support for others or show that you care. One person that you have stopped committed suicide is the greatest fucking feeling ever in the world. And doing something good for somebody is the greatest feeling in the world. You don't need to publicize it. You don't need to post a selfie on Instagram that you're helping out some poor people, or you're helping out this, or you're helping out veterans. You don't need to fucking do it. Just do it. You don't need to have social media to help you. Just fucking get out there and do it. It's not hard. It's a simple fucking method. Just talk to anybody. I'm pretty sure that today I will probably talk to 2 or 3 veterans and have a complete conversation with them. And if that conversation stops one of them from killing themselves, it's the greatest feeling. I don't need fucking somebody to tell me that. It's a great feeling. I appreciate everybody that listens to this podcast, all 2 of you. I hope you guys have a wonderful holidays again. Merry Christmas. Eat some food, drink some spiked eggnog, do whatever you can, and have a happy holidays.